All right, we are live. What's up, guys? It's Jennison here with the THC. I am here with my lovely wife, Angela, and we have in the back, say your name. We got Mila in the back. She's cruising, hanging out with us for this podcast. We're going to go over some stuff, some topics. My wife here, Angela, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Angela.
She is a business owner out here in Hawaii. She is a mother of three dogs. She's a caretaker of me. She's an amazing person. She's done a lot in her life that goes unnoticed. But this is what this podcast for our memories, and also just talking about our life so far out here in Hawaii. She started a business about 5, 6 years ago called Hawaii Juice Garden. Do you want to talk about a little bit like how you started that?
Yes, so I started it because I wanted to lose weight. And so I was like, oh, let me just start juicing. And should I talk to the camera or to you?
You can talk to me or the camera, whatever one. You
Okay.
can, yeah.
So yeah. And then I started juicing and I remember I like bought the bottles on Amazon and it said homemade with love. I was like, oh wait, what if I start selling these? And so then I remember I made like 20 or 30 of them and I brought it to your rugby game and I sold them for $5, I think. Some of them I gave out for free. And then we like sold all of them within like the hour or two and I was like, "Oh, like this is something I could start doing." And that's pretty much like how it happened was I like started posting about it on social media and then one of my customers was also a business owner and so she was like, "You should check out this market that I do." And that market is called Lokahi Kailua Farmers Market. And that was my first market I've ever done, and I've been doing that one for the past like almost 5 years.
Yeah. That in that market, we made a lot of friends and family too. It's been a good time. But yeah, I remember the first time that you did sell them at the rugby game, and I was like, this is kind of cool. Like, she's out here selling juices, and everyone loved them. Everyone that drank them was like, man, this is great. They were paying money for them. They slammed. I remember this one dude just grabbed it, didn't even like taste it, just chugs it right in front of me. Big, huge guy, you know what I'm saying, a rugby player. And he was like, yep, that was good. You know what I mean? It was just, it was hilarious.
Yeah,
Um,
that was
but
awesome.
we have someone climbing out the woods over there right now. I don't know who that is. Huh? Yeah. You didn't see him walking through the woods?
Is that one of your friends, you think?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay. We'll keep that in there. If we get attacked, then we have it on video. Don't worry. But hey, good thing Mila's in the back because she'll go first. She'll have time to kind of get
You'll
away.
go first because you're in the front.
I'm farthest away. It's not, if I see him this way,
No, you guys will go first. You'll go first.
I'm just throwing you over this camera and he's gonna get you and we're gonna run away.
You
Um, but yeah, I mean, during that time of starting a business, there's been some highs and lows that you've had to encounter. What would you say the biggest high and low that you had to encounter was?
I'd say the biggest high is just like realizing that I can make something that people love and it has a good benefits as well. So it's not just like a drink that like, oh, like I'll drink it, but like it actually is healthy for you. And I think one of my highs was just starting the business. Like I was just full of creativity. I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and like nothing could stop me. Like it was just oh okay.
Okay.
But it was just showing me like how creative I could be. And I feel like one of my lows is just honestly when you have a bad market and it's like you don't know how you're going to do after it. Like I think the lows is just like when you're not having a good event and like you know it and that reflects your sales and like all of the hard work that you've done,
Yeah.
which I know a lot of small businesses have those days too. But those lows, I feel like they definitely humble me, but it also shows me what I can improve on.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
You said you had like a lot of highs and lows with the markets. Like, what was your best market that you've ever experienced and why? And then also follow up, like, what's the worst market you ever experienced and how did you recover from that?
Yeah. I'll probably start with the lowest first. The lowest market I've ever done was it was this one event. It was like from a church. And it was when I was first starting. I didn't really know a lot about it, but I didn't even make like the booth fee.
Hmm.
Like that's like how bad it was. And there was like no foot traffic. It was at a church, so, like there was people there, but it was from that church and like they were kind of like only buying vendors from the people that were at that church.
Hmm.
And that was like yeah, it was pretty bad. And I even like told the people that like were in charge of the event, I was like, hey, like I want to be honest with you, like I did not even make enough for my booth fee, and so they ended up like refunding me for my booth fee, which was nice
Mm.
because not you don't really get that ever. So that was nice because it was also their first event that they've ever done, which was pretty bold of me to say because no one's ever done that for me before. But my highest event
Thank you.
is Made in Hawaii. That one I sold one. How many juices I sold? I sold 1,000 juices,
Cool.
and it was like a 3-day event. So I made like over 10 grand at that one. That was a nice one. That was like my biggest event ever.
Dang,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I know. I think was that the one that I was there for a little bit, the first
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
And your
yeah,
friends and our friends Antonio and Sam.
yeah. No, that was a crazy week. I know you. There's a lot that you had to do to prepare even to get there, let alone the
Yeah.
setup and the selling. You know, countless hours in the kitchen. You know, measuring out how many fruits and different juices you need to make and what flavor and when you're gonna sell them on what day. And so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think I know you still feel like you have a lot to work on, but man, like bless up to you for even just having a business that is profitable and that you can call your own. You know what I mean? Like out here in Hawaii, you know what I mean? You're in your 20s. We've made it happen, and we've built our life around around that, and it's been great. Obviously I've had my careers, but that has been the most stable job slash like consistent thing that's been in our life. So that is really awesome. That is
Thank
cool.
you.
I don't tell you that enough, but that is that's cool. That is
Thank
cool.
you.
Because I think a part of me is definitely like, you know, not jealous or insecure, but I definitely have always wanted to start my own business. But then like, I'm just not consistent enough. You know what I mean? I have issues that I fall into, and I get overwhelmed, and I need to step back from it. But you know, you've definitely done some great things with that business to the point where like you've powered through some of those heavy storms. So like when you encounter them again, it doesn't make you fall. It makes you kind of just reposition, which is pretty dope. Um, which is I'm learning even with this like brand that I'm trying to start up. Like when I run into roadblocks, you know what I mean. I kind of get like a little bit upset, but trying to just power through them and learn that like what's the quote that I heard the other day? Like the master has failed more times than the beginner or something. And
Mm.
it's like like when you're a beginner and you fail a bunch of times, you're like, dang, dude, I'm not. If I want to be at his spot, like you know, I gotta be doing it just as good as him. But in reality, he's failed more times than you've already failed, and you just don't see that. You know what I mean? And so like that's where I'm at right now. Even just with like a lot of stuff in my life, realizing hey, it takes time. You know what I mean? And you definitely put the time and stuff into that business. But yeah. So yeah. I mean I was gonna try to make this interview pretty short and sweet and kind of just switch topics a little bit. You know what I mean? So. I guess I want to talk about your time here in Hawaii. It's close to coming to an end with possibly moving at the next year. You know what I mean? And trying to figure all that out. Like, what has been some of your favorite experiences out here? And then, is there anything that you want to do that's like you have to plan it out? Like, is there any kind of big things that you want to do? Not just like a certain restaurant, but like
Yeah.
a big experience.
One of my favorite things that I've experienced out here is honestly just camping. Like that's been so fun. It's just like getting out in nature and just like getting away, and that's always been so fun, especially with you and like our dogs. Like that's just been such those were definitely one of my favorite days. I'd
Mm.
say that, and then even when like we went parasailing. That was fun. That was like 4 years ago.
Dude,
That was
time
really
flies
fun.
by. I forgot
Yeah.
about that really until now. I remember it vividly. I remember up there
Yeah.
thinking, hopefully there's no sharks because he was like, we're gonna dip you. But that was fun, taking off and being up there
Yeah,
together.
that was fun.
That was
We done a lot of fun
right before we got
things.
that was before we got engaged. Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah, way
2022.
before we got engaged. Yeah,
Mhm.
we were just
And then I'd
dating.
say one thing I do want to do before you leave is I want to go to all the islands. Like even if it's for like 2 days, I want to island hop. Like I want to go to Maui. I want to go to Kauai. I want to go to Big Island. I want to do all those before you leave.
Yeah,
Even if it's for like a weekend. But just
yeah.
planning that out will be fun. And then possibly doing skydiving or a helicopter tour.
Ooh,
One of those would be nice.
yeah. Some
Yeah.
Fortnite jumping out the bus. That's
Yeah.
a Fortnite gang in real life. I would be
Yeah.
down for either one of those. I'm a little bit more of the helicopter, but I also scared of that too. With freaking rest in peace Oliver Tree passing away and the Kobe helicopter. Those are kind of scary, but
Yeah.
it's a little bit different. These are more tour helicopters. But
Yeah.
what about you, Mila? What's your favorite thing that you've done in Hawaii?
Um, hmm.
What's your favorite thing that you like to do in your free time?
Playing my iPad.
What do you be playing? Brain rot?
Roblox.
Roblox?
I'm not into brain rot anymore.
You know you're into brain rot. What's your favorite brain
I
rot?
hate it now.
You hate brain rot? Did it rot your brain too much?
No, everybody hates it
Oh, okay. That's the new thing.
now.
We hate brain rot. Don't even mention brain rot.
It's overrated.
So you play Roblox?
Uh-huh.
What's that game about?
Roblox?
Can you do like a short description of what do you do?
Not really, because there's multiple games in it. There's
Hmm.
like thousands.
What's your favorite game that you like to play?
I don't know.
Do you like have to? Is it a color? Like is it kind of like a coloring game a little bit? Like they splash colors?
No.
There's a game like that. I'm trying to remember what it is. Do you have to attack people? That's good. You build anything?
Yeah.
Okay,
I played a game today, actually.
nice.
Recently.
What'd you build?
So it was actually the game. It was a game called Spend 100 Days at the Sea. Like you had to defeat monsters, like
Oh, that's a fun sounding
ghost
game.
pirates, and like get treasure chests.
That's cool actually.
And you got like boats and rafts.
You ever play Minecraft?
I used to,
Minecraft
but now it costs money.
is it kind of the same thing a little bit? Similar
No.
style? Oh, okay.
I don't know. There's like fake Minecraft in Roblox.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
okay, okay. I know what you're saying. There's a fake Minecraft in Fortnite too that I play sometimes. That's cool. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I play Fortnite. You don't want to play with me. You want to play? Andrew and I both play.
This is gonna beat you up if he still played it. And I think he does.
Really? He's gonna beat me up? Why?
Is Mason here?
In Fortnite.
Oh, he would beat
Mason
me in
here?
Fortnite?
Yeah.
He is.
We're pretty good. We're top notch, dude. We be playing with a squad. We get Angela getting kills, 7+ kills.
No, she got killed 7.
Yeah, me. Nice. Yeah. No. To touch base what you said, Ange, about like the camping has been some of my favorite experiences too in Hawaii. Like, uh, waking up, in the morning, open up a tent. We have like a perfect setup in our camp. Like we have a nice teepee style tent. It opens up to the view of the water and the beach, and Topper's ready to go. 5 a.m. just wide eyed, like and Kono's like trying to sleep in. It's so fun bringing them, and we'll definitely make more time to do that. And I would love to, maybe for your birthday or even just to try to save up and do one of those things, those skydiving and helicopter. We'll definitely make that happen. Um, but yeah, so like I said, like yeah, we're closing on our time here in Hawaii. It's been a beautiful experience. We've made so many friends. We've also worked on a lot of spiritual parts of ourselves. We've changed and grown so much over the time. We've gone through hard times. We've gone through fights. We've gone through almost losing our dogs. Like through an illness. You know what I mean? And both 2 dogs almost passed away on us. We dropped a lot of money for that. Like we've dealt with a lot of stuff. And do you feel like being out here, like spiritually, you feel more mature and feel like you have a better understanding on, I guess, like the purpose of life?
I feel like being out here has definitely given me independence, like something I haven't experienced ever in life. Like I've always had my mom around; she can cook me dinner, or like I've always had my dad around, fill up my gas tank. Like just coming out here, like I got married and I found my husband, and I have dogs now, and so it's definitely made me more aware of my surroundings and just how to be like an overall better person. Like I have to do all those things by myself, and since our family is so far, like we pretty much only have each other and like a small group of family or friends that we trust out here. And so I've definitely gained a lot more experience and knowledge. I feel like leaving my hometown made me get out of my comfort zone, and it made me learn different cultures and like how to experience life outside of the knowns of like, where our Target is or like where Sonic is. Like now I'm out here and I know where a lot of like great local spots are, or like where to get poke, or like hidden beaches. Like it's just like such a huge change, and I feel like it's really changed me and helped me grow into the person I am. And I've spent all my 20s out here pretty much,
Yeah.
and so yeah, it's definitely my second home, and I definitely feel like had I stayed home, I probably wouldn't be who I am. I probably wouldn't have started this business. I probably, these dogs, we wouldn't be with them. I
Yeah.
don't know if we probably would have lasted, but it's just like dealing with everything that we had to go through. We'd probably have to deal with it back home in a different light. And it's like, how would we have experienced that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So coming out here also did help our relationship because it was like there weren't outside voices telling us what to do. Like we knew what to do on our own. Like
Yeah.
and we got advice, but like there weren't other people telling us to do certain things. Like we pretty
Yeah.
much
People don't realize that
did our own
family
voice.
and people that just grew up around you, they can really affect even just something like your relationship. Like, you know, I have friends, that I've personally seen like their parents convinced them to not be in a relationship that they were pretty happy in, you know what I mean? And that stuff can be really hard to have, you know what I mean? And it's not necessarily wrong. If you choose to follow your parents' advice, if they have a healthy marriage, that's good, but it's not always the case, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you have to learn for yourself, you know what I mean? And like with that being said, like what kind of piece of advice would you give to someone that was in similar shoes, like leaving their home state to move far away, not even just Hawaii, but somewhere far where they don't have no one, or they just have their significant other? Like, what kind of piece of advice do you give them, considering what trials they might face doing that?
I would say take the risk because you can always go home. You can always go back, but like you can't ever be, this young taking on that opportunity and that same mindset at that age. Like you can't get that experience back. So it's like for us as example, like we've been out here for 4 years and we can go home. Like that's what we're planning on doing. But it's like you'll never have this opportunity again. Like you know what I mean? If that
Yeah,
makes sense. Like just take the risk,
yeah.
basically.
And Hawaii was very welcoming to us. I know some people have like an upset, feeling, or they get like island stuck, but like we've really made this feel like it's our home. We've had like some beautiful living situations, and houses that had our old house that we just moved out of, about a year and a half ago. Like, had a mango tree in the backyard and a palm tree in the front, fenced in, our own perfect parking spots. We had a washer and dryer. Like, those are some luxuries that a lot of people don't experience out here. You know what I mean? So I really feel like we got to really live like great. Even just in this moment. You know what I mean? We get to hang out under a palm tree and hang out with Mila. You know what I mean? And do a podcast. And you know what I mean? Like, it's good. Life is great, and we get some stuff that we get to, go back and think about throughout our days and just be grateful for. You know what I mean? A lot to be grateful for, but yeah. Well, you got something to say?
No.
Oh, you leaving?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
There's something called standing, by the way.
Oh, there's something called standing.
Yeah.
Well, where are you going? You stand behind the camera? Okay. She's a camera woman.
Hey.
Can you see us on the other side?
No. No.
Touch
Black.
touch the screen like real lightly. Don't knock it over though.
What's the password?
You want to know my password?
It
171717.
I don't think that's
Can
right.
you, can you see me now?
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
So just if you touch the screen, you might mess it up. So, but you can pick it up and try to get a cool shot of us
Fine.
if you want to try it.
No, I do farther.
All right, Mila on the mic. But yeah, we can close up this interview too. I wanted to go over a couple questions that I think that are just good for some life wisdom you can leave off with everyone. Um, what's something that you know now that you wish you knew 10 years ago? With everything that you experienced in your business, the hard times, what is something that you wish you could have known that you know now that you wish you just would have known 10 years ago?
That honestly, my path is God's. And like, as much as I try to detour or go this way or that way, my path is literally set in stone by God.
Yeah,
And just trusting in Him and knowing that He is the way, the truth, and the life, like, I think that's all I need to know. And also just not really caring about what people think, too.
mm,
Just like, I don't even remember half the things that I was worried about 5 years ago.
yeah.
And so it's just like not caring what other people think as well.
That's crazy that you mentioned worrying, because that leads into my next question that I wanted to ask. First of all, sorry, great response. So I appreciate you saying that. I mean, I think yeah, God's path and just following God too brings us so much joy and peace and happiness. And when you realize, you make decisions based on that, you enjoy life way more. You know what I mean? You don't need as much stuff to satisfy, which is awesome. But what is one thing that you wish you never wasted time worrying about?
Mm, I feel like, let me think. Probably just like, I mean, I don't necessarily have anything I've wasted my time on, I feel like, because I feel like through all of those, I've gotten through it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like when I got into a car accident, like I was worried about that, but then like God provided us with a car. Or like when we had to move houses and I was worried about where we're gonna live, God provided us with an apartment. Or like with if our dogs, if they were gonna make it out of the sickness, God helped us through that. So it's like I don't really have any mistakes in worrying. I think I just have mistakes in not trusting God
Hmm.
in those scary aspects of my life.
Like, so do you feel like you do a pretty good job at like kind of in a way worrying just the right amount? Like you worry about it for a second, but it doesn't overtake your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like for markets and stuff, like I always worry, but something I just found out is just like whatever happens, like God's in control of how much money I get. So I just
Yeah.
say like, God, like whatever you want to provide me with, that's what I'm okay with. But I don't feel like I've really stressed over too much worrying. Maybe past relationships with your family.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that was a hard part of my life that like I worried a lot about.
Yeah.
But I can't really think of
Same with
anything
me.
that's like too deep.
Yeah. I think, yeah, when that's actually kind of a good issue to have. But I think for me too, like one thing is definitely money and like my time. Like I worry about my time like real bad. Like, okay, how much time do I have? Like nothing's guaranteed, but it's like I only have so much time in this day, and I break it down to like my work hours and then my chill hours and my sleep
Yeah.
hours, and how much time do I have after all that's said and done
Yeah.
to like really enjoy my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One
I
second, let
guess
me see.
one worry that I do worry about is finances. Like I feel like right now finances are what I am worrying most about, especially since we're planning on like leaving and then like just like all the little aspects like plane tickets, shipping our dogs. I feel like that aspect I do worry about, and that's something I need to trust God in more as well.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think like for me too, like yeah, just learning to be able to just take a deep breath and then just realize it's all going to be okay. Like all the issues that we've ever faced, we've gotten through them. You know what I mean? And like the grace of God has definitely covered us. And uh, yeah, in a kind of way, like I would never really want to trade any of those problems that I had because it kind of brought me to where I am today. You know what I mean? Um, well, we're at 23 minutes in. I wanted to go for a couple more minutes and then just share, I guess, some of my favorite memories that I had with you um, out here in Hawaii, just for our memories. Definitely camping was some of the top, ones. I loved going to the sun farms where we did the
Mm,
camping out in there, and we had that dog Waimea that was walking around.
yeah.
Super fun times, and they had that really cool outdoor shower with the banana trees. Like, there's been so many beautiful like little places that we've been to, like the Buddhist temple. We've done hikes out here. We've done, um, the parasailing. We've flown over to Big Island and camped and walked through volcano tunnels, and we camped on like a farm. We got fresh pineapples. Like we've done just so much fun stuff, and I am really grateful for you and everything that you've done, for this relationship to last and work out. You know what I mean? And so, um, I know this is just a
Well,
short little
thank
sweet
you.
podcast, but I appreciate you opening up about your business and your life and your goals. And I guess one last thing, like I know the buddies are showing back up from kayaking, but what are some goals that you're working on right now? I know right now you have, you know,
Mhm.
some fitness goals. You've also been
Yeah.
reading a lot too, like.
Yes, so one of my goals is I'm trying to lose 25 pounds by honestly the end of this year. And
Mhm.
then another goal I have set is to read 10 books. And that's pretty much all of my goals right now.
Yeah,
And just building a safe savings account.
yeah, that's amazing. And yeah, my goals right now are just starting up this brand, learning to spend more quality time with you, doing stuff like this. And so, yeah, we'll have to tap back.